What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? Let's talk about what's going on in the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. We're going to start off in reverse order today. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. First up, 62 million burns so far today. Looks like the burn initiative is going to pick up a little bit over the last 7 days. 800 million, which again, it's about half of where we need to be, but it's better than what we've seen for a while now. As far as price action goes, the market is down $50 billion again today. I'm hearing rumors of people saying that the Bitcoin bull market is over, that we're about to get a big altcoin season, that it's about to rip, stuff like that. Fundamentals are kind of looking like maybe we're going to have a swing into alts. I do not see it yet. In fact, at the level that we're at right now with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin doesn't get a strong bounce back into bullish territory, that means above the 50 MA, then maybe they're going to be right, but we're not going to have very much of an altcoin season because the liquidity and everything that comes into this market comes from Bitcoin. So without Bitcoin ripping to another level, we're going to be in trouble. So now, one other thing that I want to point out, because I always go back to this, and you guys know this by this point, is money flow. Money flow tells me that we are about to go higher and higher and higher. Where we're looking at right now, we come down here and check it out. We had this big run up right here. I would think that we're going to have another big run because it's going to get so much higher. Maybe we've just got a cooling off period here of 30 days. Maybe October is not going to be Uptober after all. Maybe we're just going to have to wait to Brovember. I don't know. It looks like there's a possibility. There's a possibility. But I think that the market is also trying to price in some pretty important things right now, like 25 basis point cut, maybe even a 50 basis point cut. The labor market is weakening. We're seeing gas prices come down in the United States. So you could be looking at a bellwether moment for cryptocurrency when this next announcement is made towards the end of October about the rate cut. We could see a shock. So I don't think that we are, because they're pretty conservative about the way that they do it, but it's on the table at this point, and more people are pushing for more aggressive rate cuts because that's going to help the United States in the long term, at least in terms of refinancing the debt, let alone inflation. Volume down 20% to 13 million. Volume on USTC even worse off. TerraCasino.io for all your risk-based gaming needs. Terraport.finance for all your utility and meme coins. Speaking of utility and meme coins, guess what? It looks like Terraport and Garuda are really taking over the space. They're the ones with the two biggest volumes, and it continues to surge. Now, Terraport about 3 times higher than Garuda, but overall, when you look at this, we're finally starting to see a little bit of movement in some of these meme coins and some of these utility coins. So that's a pretty good sign. In fact, if we come over here and look, it's not great movement, but it is movement. There's some really tremendous downside that we've experienced over the last bunch of days. Not from Terra. Terra's done pretty well. Lenny's done pretty well. MBA's done pretty well. But MBA microcap. Matter of fact, we're going to throw this off here. We're going to keep the microcaps away. It's only a $700 market cap. So looking over this, again, Luna Classic, that crash that we experienced last week on Friday hasn't been fully recovered yet. It is my estimation that Wintermute played the biggest part in it, that Wintermute sold their holdings, bought back probably less than they did before. They probably de-risked themselves from Terra Luna Classic because Terra Luna Classic not really moving. Had Terra Luna Classic been up about 2 or 3x from where we currently are on this dump, I think they would have bought back much heavier because they would have seen it. But your validators have done such a bang up job of building in this ecosystem that Wintermute pulled their money and didn't put it all back in. Spending proposal for phase 2, again, looks like it's going to pass, but there hasn't been a whole lot of voting on it. They're probably waiting until the last minute. Babies, just babies. Like, Jesus Christ, vote. You know what I mean? As far as the voters go, there you have it. This is there's not a whole lot of movement. Greenpeace seems to be making his way up just a little bit from number 8 to number 6. At the same time, you've seen Happy Caddy Crypto and Jesus is Lord drop a peg. Now remember, Greenpeace is one of those guys who's voting against your better interest in your wallet. Does not mean that he's a bad person, does not mean that he doesn't want what's best for the chain, just means that most of us are going to disagree with him fundamentally on what should happen, things like USTD. Most of us, by a majority, think that it's a great project, it's a great proposal, that it's what we need to inject positivity into the chain that is almost dead at this point. And he disagrees. So, but again, he could be looking at what's best in his mind for Terra Luna Classic and the future of Terra Luna Classic. Okay. Now, it's my belief you don't take risks, you don't get rewards. And we're not taking any risks, we're getting no rewards. Literally playing out that way. So hopefully that's going to change, but for the moment, right now, it's not happening. I want to close out with something like this right here. You've got Vanessa Vivid. I don't know who this is. I pulled up Terra Classic. There's a rumor that Trump's WLFI have an interest in the Terra Classic blockchain. There's no truth to this. There's no conversation to even be had about this, but it's something to get people's attention and engagement, farm them. And when you look around on it, I mean, there's not much to it, but things are flying around right now to try to find people. By the way, when you see something like this, remember the reason that you're bringing somebody in is because they are your exit liquidity. That's really what's going on right there. So, and I'm sure that they're savvy enough to know that, whether for good or for bad. I don't care. I'm not saying that it's even bad. I'm just saying that that's not really true. At the same time, people are going to do what people are going to do. So let's see what happens here over the next little while. Do we get a nice little breakout? I still think that we're going to have a nice big breakout from Bitcoin. Again, fundamentally speaking, there are some people starting to talk about the bull run is over. You look at the money supply, that's not true, but maybe we're having that dip before we get that secondary rip. For most of you that don't know, most of my wealth right now is Dev. So when that pops, that's going to be my biggest holding, I think. And that should make all the difference in the world. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.